Connecticut's Back to School Authority is sponsored by Yale New Haven Children's Hospital, one of the best in the nation.
Many school districts have adopted a social emotional learning plan this year as they navigate going back during an uncertain time. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Sharon Johnson spoke with an expert from Yale about why this is more important now than ever before.
Once a day, we would get together for about an hour, and I would just read our book that I had gotten.
Fifth grade teacher Kimberly Rogers describes a part of her daily routine from remote teaching earlier this year.
It was more of just a let's just sit down and be together kind of time instead of a really structured instructional type of time. I kind of needed that with my kids, and my kids needed that too, just us kind of talking and enjoying a story together.
It's the kind of time experts say shouldn't be taken lightly. As children return to school in person and remotely this year, the state and local districts have put an even greater emphasis on supporting their emotional and social health through an approach called social emotional learning. Teachers are not just teaching their subjects, they're teaching social and emotional skills as well.
Emotions affect our creativity and our everyday performance. If you can't deal with your anxiety or your stress or your frustration, it's really hard to achieve your goals.
Dr. Mark Brackett is the director of the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence and a national expert on social emotional learning. Dr. Brackett says right now, anxiety is high among students and adults. He says it's important for administrators and teachers to be role models by managing their own emotions.
My hope is that our leaders will be transparent about their own anxiety, but demonstrate that they're able to manage it effectively to support, their schools.
Dr. Brackett says it's also okay for teachers and parents to be honest with children about emotions.
We are in really weird times, and people are worried and stressed and overwhelmed, and I think it's okay to be honest with our kids in a developmentally appropriate way.
He says it's important for educators to check in with their students and make social emotional learning a priority this year. The Department of Education is asking districts to provide a period of time for students to acclimate back to school and reestablish routines and relationships. They're also asking to create opportunities and to support staff with their own social emotional development.
People make up the school, not the buildings. What I believe strongly is that whether we're doing remote learning or face-to-face in-class learning, it's about how we feel.
He also recommends making emotional learning a priority at home and demonstrating how to manage it.
Demonstrate that we have the skills to take care of it, that we can be good learners even though we're anxious. We can get along really well even if we're angry.
Sharon Johnson, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.